Welcome to a bye week with part of.
I'm Neil, and Detroit Rick is on vacation.
Oh, he's not on vacation. You got to tell him what happened to Rick this week.
Which
Rick
part?
was in Mexico, right?
Okay, we're
Okay.
gonna spill the beans.
Where was
All right.
Rick going after Mexico last week?
Jail.
He ended up in jail, but where was he going? To a donkey. Remember that?
Yeah, he said that.
Did you guys see the news this week about the guy in Africa that got arrested with bags of donkey dick? Well, that was Detroit.
That wasn't new. That was old.
That was a couple weeks ago. It's happened several times. I'm gonna get a couple weeks ago. That was Rick. Anyways, we're trying to get him out of jail and back to the United States. We're doing a different kind of draft this week. It's an actual fantasy draft. We are going to draft the Lions for next year, but we are only going to use
Hold on a second.
Thrones characters. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Please go.
Detroit Lions only using Game of Thrones characters with a couple of exceptions, which Neil is not happy about. Behind these exceptions are if we pick these players, the rules are no White Walkers or Giants, because it's one of those things where if he picks a dragon, I pick a dragon, he picks a dragon, giant picks a giant, White Walker, children. We want actual strategy with this. We are going to pick one position to start. That's going to be special teams. And then we are going to go by, you can pick however you want. You can pick QB first. You can pick QB last. I think we all know that the value in the Game of Thrones characters are. So I kind of doubt it's going to go position specific like it does in the. So I have a graphic here showing how we're going to draft that.
Do you have a graphic here showing that the Packers lost today?
No, but that was a great, wasn't it?
Yep.
Positions. We're only doing one of them specifically for time. So, and we're going to pick special. If you guys want to jump in the chat and tell us how stupid we are and we should have done this and we should have done that, then hey, feel free. But anything you need to say here, Neil?
No, just nothing personal.
Okay. And there's no questions you want to ask before the draft? Because I kind of set up the rules and we talked about them ahead of time. No problems or questions.
No, you're fine. You made the rules. I'm gonna play your game, and I'm gonna beat you at it.
You want to recap the Lions season so far?
Yeah, it's 4 really good games and one terrible game. But all things considered, we're still okay. Nobody's running away with anything yet. Grand scheme of things, I mean, Minnesota's leading the division right now at 5-1, but it's a lot of football left. So I'm a few weeks from now, I might be feeling a certain way, but as of right now, the season's still young. Shit happens. We'll just see how they bounce back from it.
All right, that's a good recap. I think I'll just put the rest of the season. Just let's play some good games and put up a fight and make some strides towards next year. Because if not, you're gonna have Games of Thrones characters in Neil and I. So Neil's gonna do it. Coin tosses, determine who goes first. This is not a snake back and forth. And again, you guys can help pick the winner at the end, because I doubt that Neil and I are going to agree on this.
Okay.
Buddy,
you ready?
Am I calling it? I'm going to call heads.
You're calling it.
Heads. Tails.
That is not heads.
Gosh, all right. Sorry, I was going to defer.
So you said we're going special teams first.
Anyways.
You said that we are
have picked,
right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. And you can only use one character once. Obviously, you can't pick a special teams and that person is the quarterback.
Okay. All good. Are you ready?
I'm excited to hear it. who your special teams draft is.
All right. So, for the special teams, this was a hard one. This was the only one that you said that we were definitely picking first, and with all the prerequisites out there of no dragons, no children of the forest, no White Walkers, no giants, right? So, I'm going to hit you where it hurts, and I'm going to get the most shifty character in the entire series, Mr. Pyat Pre, one of the kings that stole Daenerys' dragons.
Wow, I did not expect that at all.
I know.
He's
magical, and he can multiply and he can be wherever he wants to be. All
right, so the House of the Young, the Pyat Pre guy, okay.
Yeah. Mr. Purple Lip. Kind of look like me with no beard, you know?
And I mean, you're aware that he died pretty quick, the Undying.
Yeah, because somebody had a dragon, and we don't have any dragons in this draft, so I'm picking them.
That's an interesting first pick. I didn't expect that at all.
So, hold on. How are you feeling? You said that you know how you would feel after my first pick.
Now, I feel really now. I mean, I know it's just special teams, but I had a little more oomph. I get your that was a bad pick. It was a bad pick. You had so many more options.
Why don't you show me how it's done there, Mr. Butler?
All right. I got to first so I can put it in.
Okay.
There it is. Okay. All right. Pyat Pre. Wow. All right. I spelled it right. It was interesting. All right. So need somebody on a special teams it's an all around, but it makes them scramble a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think somebody, they need to make big hits. They need to do things that you don't expect. Okay, man, I get that. But I mean, there's so many other characters there.
I messed you up with that one.
Honestly, you totally messed me up because I was not expecting that. I'm trying to figure out what my value is here. I'm going to do. I mean, you're probably not expecting two for special teams then.
You're going to pick something stupid.
I'm going with Qyburn. I'm going with Varys and Qyburn's little birds for my special teams. I'm doing that is they're everywhere. They're sneaky, they're shifty. They blend in. You never know which side of the garden they're coming from when they're listening in on you. At a Maester. I mean, there's a lot of things that do it. I think that your special teams aren't necessarily going to be your biggest bad guys, which obviously you figured out the Twins. But overall, I think the little birds and I think if not better than that pick, but
I disagree, man. That's like that old question with would you rather fight Mike Tyson or 58-year-olds? And I would rather fight the 58-year-old.
Well, how old is Pyat Pre?
Probably 58.
Yeah,
but
how old are his kids?
8. That's why
young.
I said 50 of them.
They're ready to go. They're sneaky.
All right, I feel a lot better about this.
Right. Well, I disagree on the first one, which I'm assuming it's going to go right down the line. Like this. So you have the first official pick, as we have teams, and I'm going to put that in a lower, on the scroll down below, and we're going to let everybody take a look and kind of keep up here. Nobody's watching. You guys got anything to say about that first round pick?
Just so everybody knows what the hell's going on right now, in case you missed the first couple minutes, we're drafting the Detroit Lions draft next year using only Game of Thrones characters. And just again to recap, the only rules are no dragons, no White Walkers, no Children of the Forest, and no giants. And so far, Butler's losing.
Okay. All right. I'm picking again. I picked a little And I think that's a good
Pick
way
the bold
to
magician.
start it, though. All right, round two. Now this is probably going to be more of a character than a position. Like usually in the draft, you pick you have a lot of characters could play a bunch of different positions here. So Neil's official pick for a strong character in a strong position.
Is this a points per reception league?
It's not.
Okay.
It's a you want, and then telling them what position you're going to put them in, and then telling us why you're putting them in that position.
All right. So I will go quarterback first round, and I will pick Ramsey Bolton.
Ramsey. He was hard to sack.
Young, ferocious, and did you see what he did to that start kid? Man, he put that arrow right on the money at like 75 yards. That's the kind of guy that
was a thought of mine. I had that. I definitely. Yeah, he was Matthew Stafford without the sacks because it was hard to get him. I tried. I mean, Sanzo was the only one that ended up finishing him off in the end. That's a good pick. I looked at that for a while. Let me run my quarterbacks by a couple of them here. So that's your pick.
Yeah, that's my pick for quarterback.
Yeah.
It was him or one other person, but I believe that the other person will slip to me at another position. So
that same option on a lot of stuff. And I think as much as there's a lot out there, I'm not going to pick a quarterback. I'm going to pick a head coach. And I'm ready to go big. I mean, you know who I'm going to pick, right?
I hope that you do not say who the one person that I would want to be my head coach.
Okay.
And I will tell you absolutely if that I will say yes or no, because there's a couple coaches on this, right? There's D coordinator,
head coach,
O coordinator,
a defensive coach, an offensive coach. Yeah, there's all of them.
Okay. So I won't tell you the name of who I'm going to pick, but I will tell you yes or no if that was who I was going to pick.
No, I don't expect you to do that. I'm going to pick from. And again, this is just I'm going strong character. You could put him. You could have put him at QB. You definitely could put him as defensive coach. You could put him at. There's a lot of positions you could put him in, but I'm talking about. I'm talking about the King of the North, the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, and technically and officially, Mr. Jon Snow as my head coach.
Terrible pick.
I am assuming that is not who you picked.
Not at all. Okay, maybe not terrible pick. He is a leader of men. He's got a way of getting people to support his cause, but I will
Terrible
absolutely.
pick. There's got to be a reason.
Huh?
Tell me
because there's a better pick.
Okay,
there's a better pick.
That you need. Okay, tell me why Jon Snow is not a great head coach. You got to give me more than that. You can't. I don't expect you to give me your head coach pick. I'm just saying
that that's not the pick that I would have gone with because personally, I was going to pick him for a different position, but that's okay. That's okay. I think that there's better characters, at least 5 better characters in the show that I would have picked for head coach. And luckily, my top 5 are still standing. So I should be able to get all the coaches that I want.
Well, we can talk. I guess we can go quick and talk about that. But I don't know how you can say that's a bad.
Why do you think you got a guy? What do you think?
You got a guy that can play defense. You got a guy that can play off a little bit of both, but wins ultimately. Yes, he goes to the wall at the end, but we know there's more to that story. He also, like you said, can rally people together, bring in all the people together at one time, and make them perform. I don't know how that could be a bad one, but we'll go from there. And plus, like I said, we're drafting for strength. I mean, Pre and Ramsey Bolton versus Jon Snow and some of the people that I'm going to pick, you're going to lose.
Okay. All right. Well, then I guess I might as well get my head coach out of the way then.
Let's hear it. Now we know we can talk.
Just so you don't accidentally pick him. Just so you don't accidentally pick him. The true king of North of the Wall, Mance Rayder. The leader of free men, the leader of free giants, the leader of anything that doesn't have a home, the elected leader of the Wildlings, Mance Rayder.
How'd that end for him? Ended quickly.
I don't want to talk about
it. He did. Yeah. How many years was he? He's gone for 7. So he must have been king for at least 7 to 10 years. They come south of the wall. He get fucked in the butt. I mean, and I guess you could argue he technically was never shown to be could have been somebody else instead of Mance Rayder, which is a theory, but has never been proven. I don't know how that. He united all of the wildlings. But he couldn't unite the North and the wildlings or the South and the wildlings. Is that a better head coach?
He just has to lead his players, and he did. And they followed him voluntarily.
All right.
They followed him voluntarily.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, you're going. You know what? I think I can tell how you're drafting though. That you're picking some questionable to their character performance. I can't fault you for that. Can't fault you for that. Let me fix this real quick.
You got there, big fella.
Well, I'm just around your picks here. Because I mean,
okay.
By the time you get to the 4th pick, everybody, the big character in the show, is going to be gone.
Nope. I'm playing Moneyball today.
See how analytics works out. We'll see how that works. Okay, all right. We'll go with that. If you guys are just joining us next year, I'm sure there's not going to be a lot of content for Detroit Sports Nation to pull from this podcast, but we're going to have a good time doing it. So far we have round 1, Neil has Pirate Pre for specials teams. Butler has the teams. Round 2, Neil has Ramsey Bolton for quarterback, and I picked Jon Snow. Sorry that. And then Neil picked quarterback. Yeah. So, all right.
So I've got 3. You've got 2 right now. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, flash that thing every once in a while so I can remember who all got picked.
Yep. Time, actually. I just got to get it right.
Okay.
All right. Where are we at here? So I'm picking around. Let's see. I'm going to go.
Where are you today?
Well, you're picking, I think, TAC. I'm flying out to Salt Lake early tomorrow. That's why I'm drinking water.
Oh, you're on
here. Yeah. That's why I have the throne chair.
And a $12 water.
Oh, no, this was free. I'm part of the elite program, Come on now.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Good for you.
All right. I'm taking this is more of a, oh, God, this is so hard. There's so many. I pick at this position, so I think I'm going to say this. Oh, that's a bad pick, though. That's like a Neil pick.
Do it. Come on, there's a clock. Pick your pick.
There's not a clock. Should I pick QB? No, that's not. I want a running back. All right. And just because I think this is something you might have to counter, it's going to be hard, but I'm going to take Brianna Tarth for my tight end.
Okay.
And that I did kind of pick from position, but I've got a couple options here, and I'm going to stick with that. With Brianna Tarth.
All right, I can see that. Okay, I got you. I will also follow suit with the tight end, and I'll go with Khal Drogo.
Ooh. Wow, I didn't expect that.
Well, one of us are going to end up with a Clegane.
With a what?
Both of us are going to end up with a Clegane. With one of the Clegane brothers. The Mountain and the Hound.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, right? With there, even though Brown actually technically beat him, but interesting. That's an interesting one. Called all right.
Drogo. I have one sleeper pick that you're never going to see coming.
To hear it. All right.
I guess technically there's four bigs left. Okay.
I go back. I got that out of the way. I kind of want to go with an offensive defensive line. I kind of like my running back pick, though. Yeah, I'm going to go with running back. And I mean, when you think of talking Lions, we're talking Barry Sanders, right? Somebody can switch positions, somebody can turn on a dime, somebody can disappear. Somebody are there and they're everywhere and they're always there when it's needed. And, they're there to deliver the final blow at the end. Arya Stark. And if you even say about that pick, I mean, come on. Are you arguing with me?
I'm not going to argue with you on it. You're fine. You do you, buddy.
Well, would you have done it different if you had what it was? But
yeah, because I'm going to go ahead and actually, I'm not going to pick them yet because they're going to keep slipping and I can get better value.
Okay.
So yes, I would have done it differently, and my first selection for that position is still there.
Okay.
And will probably be there.
Let me fix this still. Go ahead and pick. We are in the 5th round.
Offensive line.
Nobody. Hold on. Let's comment on this stuff. You guys got to be watching this. I mean, this
is really riveting content.
Ripping podcast.
We're picking Game of Thrones characters to play for the Lions. Like we had to know our place.
I don't know what more you could want. This is good stuff. I'm telling
you. Offensive line. Let's go with the Hound.
Your offense.
Because
what other positions the Hound could play, I mean, is what I'm saying.
Well, I like him because he's loyal and he's a badass, and he technically wouldn't have to face a Brienne of Tarth because they're both on offense, so he wouldn't lose that battle. He was one of the best characters in the whole show. One-on-one.
He was a character that, he's a great character. He also that's for, you said offensive line, right?
Yep.
Offensive or defensive? That's a really good one because he's scrappy. He gets hurt. He gets almost pretty much killed, and overcomes the fire fear to a certain extent. Drops into the wrong crowd for a little bit. Friends with the Brotherhood, but overall, I mean that's a decent pick. I'm not. All right, what do we got here? Running back. I need to pick a QB, but I'm not worried about that. Flex position. All right, I'm gonna go with. We got some strong characters left. I think again, I'm gonna. I actually had about the pass, the quarterback situation earlier.
Yeah.
And you were talking your pick for quarterback, which is Ramsey Bolton, because he could throw that ball. So I actually had Rick on Stark for my wide receiver, only for the deep ball.
One attempt, one reception.
Exactly. So I'm going to again pick the character. What's that?
I said I think we can count that as a touchdown too.
Yes.
It was more of a rugby touchdown. But,
Titus Young. One.
Yeah.
This wide receiver is just, I mean, he's always in the right place at the right time, except for when he was sent to take
the
Lannis, and they weren't there and they were somewhere else. But as far as a receiver goes, you could argue Grey Worm. He's skinny. He's pick up the ball and take the ball, and even if he fumbles, he finds one. Was that who you thought I was picking, or did you think somebody?
When you started speaking, I thought you were going with somebody else.
No, good. Well, you still got them available.
So what do I still have left? I still have running back and all of defense.
Oh, hold on. Let me change that. I should put the hound in the wrong spot. You got defensive line, linebacker, offensive coach, and flex.
All right. I'll go linebacker with this pick.
Ooh, linebacker. I'm interested to hear this.
Braun.
Not bad.
Right size, fast, lethal. Basically Ray Lewis with the sword. Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good analogy. I'm down for different positions that he could play, but that's actually a really good one. Let me see if I had him for linebacker.
Do you have corners and safeties on this, or is it just secondary?
No, just safeties and linebackers. Favorite character, and honestly glad that I didn't have to put him in a certain position, because I had him down for running back too. I had him down for. I only thought I did. I had him down for safety, special teams as well, just because he's around and do stuff. But that's my favorite character. I'm kind of bummed to see him go. But good pick.
Thank you.
Half hour into this, we're halfway done. That's pretty good. Let's look at us. I need some line going on before you grab what I'm thinking you might grab from my line. So we are going to go line. I'm going to take where's my defensive line? My offensive line, I want somebody that protects at all costs. Somebody that's aggressive, somebody that's going. I'm going for my offensive line.
Oh.
Horde against the Hound.
Well, the Hound was my offensive line. I haven't picked my defensive line yet.
It's true. And I mean, like I said, it's somebody that protects the queen. You know, they're always there. They're to the die. They boats and cross the sea. They do everything. And it didn't matter. They raped, they pillaged.
Okay. So let's see here. We've got since I've got people still left in that spot, I will go receiver and take the Viper over in Martell.
You know, I only had him on one team, so that was and I thought he'd stay. That's a good pick. You're doing that?
Yep. So I've only got my running back left on offense. And then, yeah, okay, we'll go.
Okay, I missed something. What did we just pick? I'm sorry about. Okay,
I
so
picked
you got Braun, and then I took offensive line as the Dothraki Horde. All right.
Over in Martell.
We're in Martell. Martell receiver, Dorn.
Dorn University.
You up. Dorn. All right. All right. Let's see. We got. This will be a lot more fun and a lot more faster after I add. I should actually edit this down and then post so that without the ums and ahs and everything's all done. W receiver. All right. What do I got left? I'm still waiting on my QB. I didn't pick a QB yet.
No.
Nope. D-line. All right, let's take QB here.
Braun.
Okay. I'm a backer. There's a lot of different places you could put her, but she was not a very good defensive coach. She wasn't. I couldn't really find places for her there. I couldn't really find places for her on the line. She wasn't good at falling to ready. That's just going to go out and just do whatever it takes to get to that running back or that quarterback. Take Cersei for my linebacker.
Horrible
that pick either. Really? Why is
horrible pick? Because she. Horrible pick. I'm just gonna say horrible pick.
You don't have part of this was to justify your pick. I think I've done a pretty good job justifying your picks and arguing.
She would have been a better offensive coordinator.
How?
She's a thinker. She's not
offensive coordinate anything. She whole last 3 seasons trying to figure out what the fuck to do. All she did was stay in King's Landing the whole time.
Which was perfect.
She made was giving up Casterly Rock to go grab Oleana. But other than that, I mean, and honestly, that was Jamie. I'm sure it was Jamie's because Jamie didn't give a shit about Castle. I don't know how you could say anything about her being any sort of coach. I just, like I said, she to get what
she was wanted. All mental through the whole game. Everything that she did, or the whole movie show, she was up here. Everything was upstairs.
Yeah,
it was all her mind.
She kissed the daughter.
That's her strength. And then you put her in what position?
Linebacker. Because again, she'll do anything she can do to get to the ball. Takes.
Yeah, if the ball is named Jamie.
All right. Where are we at there, buddy?
All right. I'm gonna go with this one, but then I have a backup plan for it just in case. I'll take running back.
Okay.
And this one you might object to, and I actually kind of expect you to object to it. But I would like to select Stannis Baratheon's shadow.
No, I can't. Shadow. That's a good one.
Undetectable, in and out, does his thing. Boom. I don't think you can fight him to hurt him. So injuries aren't a concern.
And that's for running back.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good pick. That was definitely not something we talked about as far as rules. I don't see. Oh, can't argue that too.
You must be tired.
Oh, we got a comment finally. Chris says, "Hey guys, how about we? That can be a bonus round. We can do ownership with the bonus round." Okay, let's write that down. That's good. We'll do ownership as like a last pick. Ownership. Chris, who do you think's winning so far? Scroll out here. All right. Who was my tight end again? Or who was your tight end?
Mine was
Call Drago.
Yeah, sorry.
That's a good one. So we both have a defensive line left. We both have an offensive coordinator, and we both have safeties and flex. Wait, where did I miss one here? Oh, no. And I've got a quarterback still. I'm not going to mess with that. I'm going to do it last like I did in the fantasy draft this year. It's been working out pretty well for me. All right. Let me take a look. All right. I'm going to go with the defensive coordinator.
I love watching you think, by the way.
He was on, well, I'm trying to switch between all these, who it's going to be. It's just, I want to do somebody else. I mean, he was always on the defensive the entire series. No matter who got behind. For a little while, I guess, again. But I mean, if you're going to get anybody that knows how, he's telling them the whole time how to do stuff, and they weren't listening to him. And a lot of the stuff, if they would have done what he said, a lot of things would have changed. So later, I'm taking Davos Seaworth.
I love that pick. That's not who I thought you were going to say. I love that pick.
I mean, he could not catch a break, and that guy was trying to tell it. He's telling him inside there, it's like he kind of played defense his whole life, right? Places doing stuff. So that was a
damn onion farmer. Or onion merchant or whatever it was.
onion merchant.
No, that was a good pick. I like him.
All right.
I like that. Good job.
Thanks. So you, let's see, you just took Breath and Shadow Running. Dabo Steworth.
Yeah, that was a good pick, man.
Round 9, fight.
All right. Since you're leaving the big uglies on the board and I can still have a completely fine pick for defensive line, I'm done with offense, right?
Coordinator. You have defensive line.
Okay.
Safety, defensive coordinator, flex.
And flex. Now, let's just cover the flex thing real quick. Does it have to be from
No, flex can be through
House of Dragons or can it be from either show? Huh?
Yes. No, it can be from either show because we agreed on.
Okay. Fine. I will pick my flex player then. And I'll go with Euron Greyjoy.
Okay. All right.
Because I'll still get a great option.
Reasoning behind that.
You're not going to pick my safety, and there's enough folks that would be just fine coordinators. So I'm good with that.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to defensive line. I got a safety and I got an offensive coordinator, and I've got my flexes sealed, and I need a quarterback. Offensive coordinator, because she obviously, although she did always listen to the advisor. She did when she has 3 dragons. Now we're not counting dragons as a player, but if she, that's a good thing. So my offensive coordinator is going to be Daenerys Stormborn Targaryen. Queen of the Andals. I mean, because overall, I mean, she worked her way over these Marine. Yeah. She gets over. She comes on to Dragonstone. She gets all the way to the capital. I mean, you could say she got to the Super Bowl and maybe lost in the end from a sneak attack. But as far as an offensive coordinator goes, I think we're there.
It's fine.
You go ahead and pick. Give me a good reason behind this. You're not giving me good reasons. You're just saying this, and I'm fine. I mean,
that's because my folks speak for themselves.
Okay. Butler start. Okay. So we are in round 9. Neil has a defensive coordinator and an offensive coordinator to pick.
All right, I will go with offensive coordinator. I think that this person was one of the best military minds in the show, and he was very tricky and very thoughtful. It wasn't brute force. It was well thought out. And I'm going to take my second character with the last name Bolton and go with Roose Bolton for offensive coordinator.
Okay. Okay.
Taking you to Pound Town, baby.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean,
anybody would look at your draft right now,
and my draft
right now, and be like, Neil's clearly got this.
I don't. Maybe I didn't explain the rule. It's overall team, and you're looking, again. They're not drafting for. You're drafting for character, not position. Again, you're going from your heart. I like that, but characters and your position is not strong. I need to say all of them.
My team would
offensive coordinator for Bruce Bolton. Bring Marinelli and let him be the offensive coordinator. I mean, I don't understand. I mean,
okay.
That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's all right.
Hey, good luck.
Show me how a professional does it, Butler.
Safety, defensive line, and quarterback. I mean, there's so many. I guess I better pick a strong quarterback. If I want somebody for a quarterback, I want somebody that's nimble, gets around, strong, lanky, skinny, tall, good looking. Neil. He's got to be Neil Bob good looking.
Well, you just described Jorah Mormont without. I mean, he's not young.
But, he's too old. He's too old. No. Close though. You're very close. Who I'm picking though? For my quarterback.
Okay, good pick. Good pick.
Because he's good on the offense. I think he'd definitely tackle the guy before he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we talking OG Dario or the replacement Dario?
Well, the replacement Dario. I mean, they're the same character. We're not drafting by who's both of them. I mean,
the best part of that whole show was when they met and he was like, "Hey, let's go into the castle. Don't worry, I'll go in and take out the guards." And she's like, "How will I know that it's done?" And he goes, "I'm a very good whistler." And he goes in and he just messes shit up, and then you just hear like the most basic whistle that he was. I can't even do it right now. It was like the most basic sounding whistle you heard in your life. Like, I don't think you should brag about that, bro. Like, that's my 7-year-old that just learned how to whistle, level whistling. But aside from his whistling talent, I would say that good.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could put him on any defense or offense, probably any position. I just thought he's nimble, he's strong, he can throw. So he can throw a spear, the whistling was funny.
Good pick.
That's a good one. All right.
I was like, what do you miss? Why didn't you even bring that up? Like, I'm sorry. I still find it funny.
All right, so you got defensive coordinator, safety line. I've got defensive line, safety, and my flex. And then we'll pick a head coach or ownership. Sorry.
All right, I will. 1 second here. I want to make sure that I'm vetting all my options here.
This would have been a lot of fun with 3 people too, because it would have cut down our probably.
Oh yeah,
faster.
I can't believe that you get your pick of the litter and still pick who you've picked. Oh, where is it? Hold on. Hey, excuse me. Oh. Fucking kids. Yeah, it's cool, guys. I'm not in here. Is it this one? No, hold on a second. What's his actual first name? I know his last name. Brendan. All right, defensive coordinator. Brendan Blackfish Tully. Another great military mind. Brave, willing to stand his ground. Blackfish.
One defensive stand.
Doesn't matter.
Really? All right.
His reputation. He showed up and everybody was like, oh, Blackfish is here.
All right. 10-ish. See.
This is actually more
All right.
fun than I thought it would be.
I don't look good on my safety. Still going to be there. So my flex. I'm going to take flex though. Dragons.
Go ahead. It's fine.
All right. Yeah, I'm taking Daemon Targaryen from House of Dragons. I mean, obviously, he's a character that hasn't fleshed out going on, but I mean, he takes what he wants. He does what he wants. He's a little anti-Thorian, but he knows to fall in line. He can sit back and kind of just so he can kick ass. I mean, when he took out the crab feeder that way. So
Yeah.
Daemon Targaryen.
Good pick.
Thanks. Flex.
So what? I still have D-line and safety.
We both have a defensive line.
Okay. I will go with defensive line. Fan favorite. When you need somebody to hold the line, you can go find the man that can hold the door.
Line.
Yep. Sorry.
You froze.
So need somebody to hold the. Did I freeze again? I think it's you. I don't think it's me.
No, you're fine.
But okay. But going with Hodor. The other team will have no run game against Hodor. He'll stand there. Nobody's getting past him. Loyal. Done.
The only problem, good pick, is he's a guy could probably reach out past at least maybe. He's easy to confuse. You can't.
But there's going to be
You can
horrible.
get him once in a while. When was it when they were poking him with the stick? When they were poking him with knives and stuff, and when they found Brandon and him and the two kids, their names, and they were poking with Hordo type of shit. I don't know. I think he's a little easily confused. So, I mean, I'd take. I don't know if it was the best pick for that position, but
I just want somebody that will hold the line. Still
Hold
too
the
soon
door?
to talk about holding the door.
the door.
Yeah.
Hold the line. I like it, Neil. Well, I guess then I'm just gonna have to go with I got so many options. I think I'm gonna take my safety. Just somebody that's gonna sit back the long ball. They're gonna protect the run. They're gonna protect the draws, the screens. Somebody can be relied on. Will not give up. They might not make every play, but they're not going to give up. They can take shit, and then they actually pull off some of the major parts of the story. I'm going to take Podrick Payne. It's good with the ladies. Apparently has a huge cock.
Oh gosh.
Huge hands, which means he can grab balls out of the running backs and the receivers. Taking Podrick.
No, I'm just going to make my pick. I have nothing to argue. This is my last pick, right?
This is your last pick, and then I have a last pick.
Okay. Oh, for the last pick.
So you have a safety, and
So for the last pick, I'd like everybody just to rewind back a minute and a half and then listen to exactly what Butler described as the needs and the job description for a safety, and then skip what he said after it and replace it with Uncle Ben. I mean, by that I mean Benjamin Cold Hands Stark. Dude comes out of the woodwork when he needs to and just whoops ass.
All right.
Might even be half dead. I don't know. Podrick. Fuck off.
I don't know what you're talking about. You got to look at this in the big picture. You're not looking at this in the big picture. Neil.
No, I'm
you're going to be
looking
like, you win. You're going to be like, you win, Butler. I'm sorry I doubted you this entire time. All right, so I have one left, and then we're going to pick new ownership. We're going to pick. That actually, we'll have to think about that. So we've had a little time to talk about this. So my defensive line, there are so many options. Oh my God, I got so much here. I just want to. I also didn't get a chance to pick, which I might use as ownership, but defensive line. I'm going with the Wildling Army for my defensive line. Those guys had to hold. They had to hold
Sans Giant, right?
for everybody. See, I'm not saying the Giant is. I'm drafting the Giant, but of the Wildling Army. But I mean, I'm not going to use.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No.
I will. Then Sans Giants. Even without the Giants, the Wildling Army, they proved that the whole way through. They made it all the way to the end. There's no.
You can't rule out Giants and then pick the people that have the Giants and then say,
"Hey, I said by proxy, Daenerys Stormborn has 3 dragons, but as far as
you put like coach or something
as offensive coordinator, I mean, she knew how to use the dragons. Maybe she didn't have dragons, but she knew how to use them. So I mean, again, but I'm not going to argue that. I want.
You said last minute. I spent 4 days preparing to select a Giant, and then you come in last minute before the start to say, "Oh, forgot to say we can't pick Giants," and I'm like, "Okay," and you wait till your last pick, which is also the last pick of the fucking draft, and you throw in the Giant.
I told you 3 times you wanted to have Giants.
With the Giant.
You knew that. We talked about that. No, I said without the Giant. Just forget about the Giant Army without
cheater.
Giants, no problem.
Fine.
Still cool. The strongest. All right, so that's the draft as far as the characters go for the positions we picked. We had a chat here that we just draft new ownership. I've been thinking about this because I have a couple favorite characters, somebody that I'd want to see lead the Lions, but you have that pick first, Neil. Ownership that would decide all these positions, pick between the best of us. Are 2 who are you going with?
So I think that with ownership, it's very important to put the right people in the right places. And to be able to put the right people in the right places, you have to be able to see their potential. You have to be a forward thinker. You have to have vision. And because of that, I'll take Bran Stark.
Brandon Stark?
Bran.
The 3-eyed raven.
Yes.
You're taking Bran Stark, you're taking the 3-eyed raven.
He is the 3-eyed raven.
I am not Brandon Stark anymore. I am the 3-eyed raven. You taking the 3-eyed?
I'm taking the 3-eyed raven in Bran's body. Not the one that was absorbed into not the one that was absorbed into the tree.
No. I understood that. I'm saying there's no, you're right, Dan. That sounded like a trick. That wasn't what I meant.
Okay.
Okay. No, you're right. I see what you're saying. Hold on.
I just wanted to avoid you trying to finagle in the other one. Which I guess you still technically could, but your call. Nobody selected the mountain.
Owner.
Really?
It was Tyrion, which I had a bunch of options for Tyrion, but I just didn't think it was necessary.
Yeah, I thought about it for one of the coordinators, but decided to go with the tougher folks.
because his defense coordinator, that's for sure. He made all the wrong moves.
You know who else we left out there? The
Hold
Knights
on, we're
of
gonna
the
do
Vale.
honorable mentions. Yeah, Knights of the Vale. Who'd you just pick?
Bran.
For owner, start Bran. Stark. Okay. Yes, Knights of the Vale. I don't know about the Knights of the Vale. Let me let up and then show you who else I had there. I had it was if we were going to bend really far there. I might have went that. Nobody picked the mountain. We talked about that, right?
Yep.
Second Sons. Actually, I had
Nope.
Theon, but I couldn't figure out where to start. Nobody picked Jaime Lannister.
I really wanted to take Tormund also, but just didn't have a spot to plug him in.
You're gonna laugh, but I had him.
I was thinking. That's kind of what I was thinking too, but
His
I had more
hands
speed
didn't
there when I picked.
Yeah.
I was thinking either receiver or tight end.
We talked about forward thinking. I'm going through my list. There's really nobody else that I could pick besides myself.
If you don't say this one
Here's what I'm gonna
person's name, I'll be very disappointed in you. Because this person was a thinker, a schemer, a planner, person with a vision.
I'm talking overall.
Yeah.
The Lady of Bear Island.
Oh.
I had to go.
I was thinking Grandma Tyrell.
Hard on that.
Okay.
In the end, due to her scheming, Lyanna was killed at the battle, fighting with her people. So I couldn't go with her.
All right.
And she's my second favorite character next to me. Her and Braun actually are right there. So she knew how to give a speech. She could give a speech. All right. Well, we will post all this up on the Rain City Roar page. So I'm sure the Detroit Sports Nation has. we appreciate them giving us the platform to have some fun. I can find any good clips on it. Go ahead and use them. But just wanted to get together on a bye week and have some fun with you guys in Rain City Roar week. Hopefully, Ricky Bobby Detroit out of jail in Nigeria in time for next week's game. Rick was caught selling donkey dicks. Donkey show went to in Mexico.
Yep. The legend of Rick will live forever.
All right. Anything else, buddy?
No, I think I'm good.
All right.
I think I'm good. I'm going to go eat Pop-Tarts.
Well, all right. I'm going to get an early flight tomorrow. So I will talk to you soon for Rain City Roar bye week. I'm Butler.
And I'm Neil. And Detroit Rick's getting out soon. Yep.
In jail.